Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to A World Awakening. It's wonderful to be back here with you all. I am Rupert, and I'm standing in for Andrea this evening. And I would like to welcome Laura, Spirit Girl, and Brendan to this session.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Rupert. Hello, Laura. Hello, Spirit Girl.
Hey guys. Brendan, Laura, Rupert.
Hi.
It's fabulous to have you all here. Now, we are going to talk today about the Galactic Council. All four of us, every Thursday or most Thursdays, we meditate. We get into a Zoom meeting, usually with 10 to 20 people, and we meditate. We astrally project to the Galactic Council. The Galactic Council is a group of alien beings who represent a larger galactic federation of beings. We're talking about many different species of aliens that are out there. And we communicate with them. We talk to them. We get to know them. And me, as a space scientist and technologist, I'm always looking for ways that we can verify that what we're perceiving during these astral projections are true, are real. And when many people, when two or three different people in the same session see the same things, hear the same things happening, then that is verification that what we're perceiving is true. And we have encountered many on a weekly basis forms of proof and verification that what we're perceiving is true. The way this started is, well, first of all, as well as being a space scientist, I've spent my whole life studying the paranormal and reaching out to different alien entities psychically. And I now consider myself to be an alien contact specialist. And I started receiving messages from humans probably about 10 months ago now, maybe up to a year. I started receiving messages from human beings that were in my groups telling me, Rupert, I've had a being, an alien, come to me and tell me that you have a seat on the Galactic Council. And within a space of 2 weeks, I had 4 or 5 people all tell me the same thing. Rupert, we've been told to give you messages that you have a seat on the Galactic Council, and they want to meet with you to solidify this. They want you to sign something, to agree to something. And so I found this interesting that there were several people all saying the same thing. And so we held a group gathering. I was on tour at the time, but I did it from my car. We held a group meeting and meditation and astral projection to the Galactic Council. And several people saw the same thing. And what we were shown was, we were told messages that they like what we're doing. And they like what we're doing enough that they would like me and our group to represent humanity in our relationships with them, in our communications with them. And that's what we now do. Now, I say we represent humanity. Only a very, very tiny percentage of humanity knows what we're doing. But, we're on a podcast show trying to connect more people with the Galactic Council, with higher levels of galactic wisdom. I'm going to just open this up to people. Have any of you, Laura, Spirit Girl, or Brendan, have you heard any messages or received any messages or been witness to any messages from any beings at all in the Galactic Council that can confirm that what I just said is true? Spirit Girl.
I have. Many months ago, the first time I went on this trip adventure with you, I call it an adventure because it truly is an adventure. I was told directly that we were there, and it was a time frame where we were being watched. They were watching us. And then last night in class, I got the verification in a long sentence that we are no longer visitors. We have been accepted, and we are there, and to please extend the same total unconditional love. Thank you. I couldn't think of the right word. The total unconditional love, because we come there with the idea of creating peace amongst all of us, and they're asking us to forward what they have given to us and welcome them into the galactic community.
Fantastic. Thank you. Laura, do you feel like you've also received any kind of confirmation?
Yes, I have. About I think I want to say about a month ago, I had in the middle of our remote viewing meditation, I heard over and over, let Rupert know I am sending people, be prepared, and that we like what you're doing, and we are coming. And also, I have, and to reaffirm with what Spirit Girl has said as well, they love what we're doing. We were being monitored closely. We were being examined, not like on a medical table, but we were being examined, and it's not what to see if we were worthy. It was to see if we were capable of furthering ourselves, expanding our consciousness, to be able to do what they actually have been enhancing every single person. I've seen it myself. I've seen the beings go around with certain devices, which I don't know what they are, but to each and every individual in there, and to improve what we're doing. And when Spirit Girl said last night about you're in, I could feel overwhelming, was it just love? It was the acceptance of this, and that we have a responsibility with them, and it's just overwhelming, the sensation. Yes,
It's a pretty amazing responsibility. I liken it to oh dear, we lost Spirit Girl. Is she able to get back in?
Mm-hmm.
Must be an internet connection problem. Oh my goodness, that I lost my train of thought there. I am just going to simply ask Brendan, what is the biggest confirmation do you think that you've had that our connections with the Galactic Council are real?
I've heard like noises, and I've seen one being sitting across the table from me when I was with, and we were all together, sort of thing, at a table. And the message that I got was keep doing what we're doing, and keep doing our work, and keep stay being kind and everything like that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I'm going to talk through what it's like from start to finish to connect with these beings. So we're in a group online. Incidentally, people who are watching this show, you can join our group if you want to. You can participate in this. If watch this show, and if you want to get involved, you can get involved. We're in a Zoom meeting online, usually every Thursday, and I guide us through a meditation. And during this whole meditation process, we don't interact with each other verbally, but I'm guiding us to spiritually connect with each other, and then to astrally project to the Galactic Council. And Hey, Spirit Girl, thank you for joining us again. I'm guessing there were technical issues.
Yes, there were.
I see a silver UFO behind your shoulder. Fantastic. Looks like you've caught it on a giant fishing hook.
That's our
That's
bird
good.
feeder.
A
I forgot about that.
UFO bird feeder. That's appropriate. I like it. So as we are approaching the craft, we see the craft. I tried to pull up a picture of somebody that somebody drew of the big Galactic Council spacecraft. I didn't quite have enough time, but it's this giant kind of like mothership spacecraft with high domes. We fly into that, and then we all land together spiritually. Our spirits land together in a pedestrian area of this this craft. Laura, what happened about a week ago when we landed?
We were astro projecting, and we got right there in the pedestrian area, and it was standing ovation. Just every being was just going, clapping, and there's tears on the ship where they're standing, and all of them were very receptive and just applauding when we came in.
What do you think they were applauding for?
They were applauding us for what we are doing, that we're brave enough to continue this and moving and raising our own consciousness to be a part of what they want us, the earth, to do. They are very excited, and they adore us, literally adore us.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, it is.
And it's really it's very simple. It's because of our vision, which is universal peace, universal love, universal well-being. And that's our vision, and we connect with them according to that vision. And as people, we do as much as is practically possible to live our lives according to that vision. That's why we're accepted there. And then we all go together into the central structures of the Galactic Council chamber, which looks a little bit like this. At least this is a floor plan. Laura drew this picture. Do you want to just let people know what we're looking at here?
Yes, that's the chamber that we enter when we go in our remote viewing. On the left of the screen, there's an opening you'll see on two sides of looks like a curve. One, you can exit and enter either way. And we come in, and in the center is this floating, like oval, like table. And the little circles are seatings around. That is the council seating. And then up above that, if you look on the top of it, there's also seating there, but that's a level up, and there's also some seating on the bottom of that as well. The little table that looks like an hourglass is like I say console. It has all the dots are like buttons, and they're seating around that. There are beings there at that particular console. And on the top, you'll see these half circulars. That's a console too, with some chairs, as well as on the bottom. I didn't see any chairs there. And the half circles on each corner, the bigger ones on each corner, are like domes where you can see out in space. Sometimes they're open and sometimes they're not open. On the right side, that is closed, but that is a corridor into another room that I actually have entered. They took me into that room, and they did some work on me in one of those meetings.
Fantastic. Spirit Girl and Brendan, have you perceived the appearance of this inner Galactic Council chamber also?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And how would you describe the beings that we encounter? Let's ask Spirit Girl first. What sort of beings do we encounter sitting at the table or in the aisles around the outside?
We have encountered several different, I'm going to say, varieties of extraterrestrial beings. Some of them are known to us that we, like the Lyrans, the feline animals from Lyra. Is it Lyran or Lyran? I'm sorry.
I say Lyrans, but
Lyra. Okay. And the one thing that I really want to make clear here is that all of the beings that are there are making us feel so welcome. It's not just one or two. I have myself contact with an ant being that has been here and passing messages through to Rupert and the group since the beginning. And Laura, a lot of us have gotten names that we can actually speak to these beings by name. I think we've probably named at least 20 different species during the months, because we go there and we repeat over and over again so that we know that what we're receiving is real. It's not something that has just someone's imagination. And that's so important.
Yes, I agree with you on that. We don't want to be influenced by entertainment,
Right.
or our reading books, other people, our own imagination. Because I'll guess, is that my imagination? But then you have this particular thing that happens where it's repeated and repeated. Right. That's my indication. This is real. I know I can sense the difference between my imagination and this being real, as a knowing with that.
Yeah. I ask the same question every time. Is this something that it came from my brain or something I've heard, or is this real? Yeah. And when they continue repeating it, that's when we know it's real.
Yes.
We had a situation recently where I think all three of you saw the same being. To people in America, I think we could say that their head had a similar shape to a football. I think that's a nonsensical use of that particular word. I would call an American football a hand egg, because I mean, you run around with it in your hands.
It's the shape.
Occasionally you kick it, but it's more of a handball than anything else. It's not even ball shaped, it's egg shaped. So I consider it to be American hand egg. But that shape, that was the shape of the being that we saw. Brendan, you saw that being, right?
Yes, so I saw that one first. I was round at the top, and then it came down like in a football sort of shape. Yeah. On Aussie rules football too. That's the same thing.
Laura, are we talking about the crowned being?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Would you like to tell us about the crowned being?
The crowned being, I think it was a few weeks back. There he is. He is an elder. He is extremely wise and intelligent. He is part of the council. He is he documents everything. He retains the information. He makes recommendations through what we're doing, and also through healing, also through enhancing. What we say crown on the back of his head is a connection to him. It is not synthetic. Now his face over that is synthetic. And the reason for that is it's not that he cannot breathe. It's just it makes it very uncomfortable for where he's from. And we just actually recently remote viewed this week to try to make contact with him. And we had an amazing experience. And you, Rupert, had brought some tools out, and there was interaction with these tools. This being, when I first saw him, was not seated at the table. He actually walked around Rupert, got right into my face, and all I could do that in that meditation was I started drawing, He wanted to be seen, and I couldn't see nothing else. All I could do was do him. And when I presented Brendan and Spirit Girl there just, oh, yep. Yeah, that's him.
Yes.
Fantastic. So the crown-like thing around the top of the head, those are some kind of natural sensory organ
Yes.
that enables this being to sense, I don't know what, but maybe because of that talent, I'm not sure, but he is quite high up in the Galactic Council.
Yes.
He's a documentarian. He came back to my room with me after the astral projection, and this is, am I right that this was the being who was evaluating us, and then went back to the Galactic Council and basically reported that not assessing us in you know, did we pass or fail, but how can we as individuals be helped?
Yes, he went back to give his recommendations. That's all I would hear repetitively, to go back. He was going back to give his recommendations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spirit Girl and Brendan, do you have anything you'd like to add to our encounter with that being?
The only thing that I got that might have been a little bit different, but I think several people agreed, is that he stores these sensory organs that are on his head. Somehow he retains the information there, and I'm not correct. So that he always has contact with that information. He's never without the information.
You're correct. Yes.
So this is extraordinary. You know, people watching this show, think about what we're describing. We're describing actual proof of not just a paranormal experience, but a shared paranormal experience that can be verified, because after the experience, we can share our experiences, we can talk about it, we can draw pictures of it, and it all matches up. It's all the same. And then we think about, well, what is that the experience? And we're interacting with high up officials in the Galactic Council.
Yes.
This is big.
I saw the eyes as well. I see like the face, exactly how Aura drew it. Like just it either flashes or it just stands there, then disappears, and yeah. But you see it a bit, like yeah, definitely.
Yes,
phenomenal.
And we just found out too this week. I could sense his texture of his skin. It was tacky, sticky, like a frog. We kept saying frog-like. And where he's from, I kept seeing mist, like, and I had physical. I get physical experience too. I had a tough time trying to breathe, realizing I got an understanding why he's having a tough time breathing where he's at on the craft. That's why he wears that. But I don't know exactly what he looks like. He has not revealed that yet. But I do know that his head is not the size of the shape of the mask. It's much smaller, but it is shaped like the mask. And that crown is very huge, and it sticks out back here is where it starts, outwardly like that, fan out.
Fantastic. Thank you. Now, I actually, we've been going for 25 minutes, so we've got less than 20 minutes left. I would like to talk through and show our audience images of several different species. So we're going to touch on each species relatively briefly and talk about them. But before I do that, I would like to thank a few people for being here. Diana, thank you very much. Oh, I've got a comment there that you're agreeing with Melissa. What were you agreeing with? A few wonderful shows that Melissa watches. Fantastic. That's very kind of you, Diana. Thank you for that comment there. Jonathan, thank you for joining us here again. Priestess, hello. Thank you for being here. Laurie, thank you for being here. Zynetime Productions, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. there's just a lot of very nice comments from a lot of nice people.
Hi.
Hey,
No,
Liz.
Liz joins us in our Galactic Council sessions. Thank you very
Yes.
much for being here. And Terry, thank you very much. It's nice to say hello to everybody. Raf, I don't think I've met you, but welcome to this session. And Candice, hello, everybody. Oh, look who's here.
Hi, Lynn.
Fantastic. So I could probably keep going, but I'm going to get back to our Galactic Council aliens here. So this is what it looks like in my room with my swirling lights behind me. How cool is this picture? With my hair, which has changed color since this was drawn. And there are beings behind me. Now, Laura, sometimes you see these beings behind me. Is that correct?
Yes, I do. And I see them as energy. And that's the only way I could give you a concept of what I'm seeing. I don't see it with my eyes.
Okay.
Understand, please. It's here in my third eye. Yeah, and here on
And
the
Spirit
bottom.
Girl, you see that sort of thing too.
Yes, I do.
You're amazing, Spirit Girl. But so are you, Brendan.
And what's that at the bottom next
That's
to
a
my right elbow?
That's an actual spirit that was playing around you. And you had the other day when we all had that experience that you placed on the video of the shadow that grew on the wall. You actually saw how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
How I actually see it. And I when I watched the video, I was like, oh my goodness. Now he knows. He actually physically, with his eyes, knows kind of how this is happening for me with my mind's eye.
Yeah. So the other day, there was what appeared to be behind me on the wall here, a figure of, well, what looks like that being that's at my elbow there. And I walked over to it and I reached out my hand and it appeared to reach out to me. And there's the scientist part of me, there's the logical part of me that knows that I can't accept anything as being true unless it's been proved. I am certain that it was either a being that was literally there, or it was the projection of a being projected from an alien source. But it was quite spectacular. We've got it on video, so I will make sure people get to see that video sometime soon.
Yes.
It's the energy that's wrapping around your hand, Rupert.
Yes.
That is so amazing. You know, the love that was felt in that room in that moment, all of us felt it.
Yes. It was a powerful moment.
And
when I enhanced the picture, my hand was sort of like this, and there was an energy that was coming over the top like that, wrapping around my hand.
That energy came out from the wall.
Yes.
And did this. It was awesome. It was beautiful.
How did you feel in that moment, Rupert, in that time?
I didn't feel much. I think I was just experimenting.
Yes. Yep.
I was just experimenting. Now, throughout that session, I could feel the presence of beings, because I get like a feeling, like an electrical feeling in the muscles in my face. So I knew that I was not alone, but I didn't know if I was just sticking my hand in an area of light, or if I was interacting with a being. I didn't feel anything there. Yeah. So, you know, I try not to just believe stuff. It was definitely a profound experience, and analyzing the video afterwards and looking at the image enhanced images, it's pretty convincing. I wouldn't say it's proved to me, but it's pretty convincing.
Yes.
Looks pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk through some of the beings that we've connected with. I think this was the first being that we connected with. Laura, I apologize, but I added some shading to this
No
in order
problem.
to make it stand out. This is Laura's picture that I added to. And 3 or 4, no, it was 5 people. Was it 5 people who
Yes.
all saw
I saw it too. Yeah.
ant-like beings? Here's another of the images.
Yes. Yeah.
And we weren't trying to connect with ant beings. We just 5 people saw these ant-like beings approach us, all looking very, very similar. Does any of you want to give a quick, like 20-second summary of what are these ant-like beings like?
They do a lot of clicking.
They really emphasize working together to support each other, the whole community. And I know that that's known on the planet, but they are emphasizing that to us, that if we work more as a community to bring the energy levels up on our planet for love and peace, then that's what their goal is also. And there is a being called Chajong, and it took him 4 months to give me his name, but now he's starting to give us more information from the whole council. So I am so grateful to Rupert for the platform and leading us, and so grateful to everyone else. And Laura, Brendan, I think you're both amazing too.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Oh.
This is the wonderful thing. We're part of a community. We're part of a collective. And that's what we need if we are to be bringing in other entities as well. We're part of an interstellar, interplanetary, extra-dimensional community. It's wonderful. And then there's this one here.
Yes.
Mantis.
Mm-hmm.
Mantis being.
So this mantis being will often show up at the start of meditations, as it seems to be that this mantis being is assisting us in connecting with other species. It's like he's like a facilitator. Does that seem right to you all?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I went to the British Museum recently and took this photo. These are 3,000-year-old Egyptian statues. And these are humanoids with lion-like heads and faces. And above them are discs. And what's interesting is there are discs that feature in Egyptian cultures, which are often have wings and are often at the above and behind different deities. And these discs, it's my theory that these discs are flying saucers, and that the discs are there to represent that these entities are from flying saucers, that these are alien entities. And you know, this is the origin even of halos, and halos are very likely to represent the same thing. But then we started to see beings that are comparable to those Egyptian entities. And this one, Laura, I'm going to ask you, everybody listen carefully, you're going to repeat after her. What is the true pronunciation of the name of this being?
I'm going to try to say it in his language.
Okay.
Okay. And it does start with the N, but you have to put an arc in it. So narkark.
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 Narkark. We have fun, guys.
Everybody at home, Narkark.
It reminds me of a Star Wars character. Yeah.
I had an experience with him that night. I channeled, and I that was first for me. I asked Rupert, I said, Rupert, have you heard of tongues? I do tongues. I just randomly, when I'm near somebody, all of a sudden something comes over me and I have to watch that. And I'll start doing it. And I said, I don't want to let go unless you want me to. And when I did, I spoke. And I recall him saying, not English, not English. I was fighting, trying to say it in English at that time. But when I went to draw him, when I draw the beings, I go into meditation. I ask for assistance because I'm not a good drawer and I want to get it right. And if I'm not getting it right, trust me, they'll say, no, I don't like it. They'll just make me erase and erase and erase. Or they don't make me, they just get rid of that. And I said in the meditation, so really, how do you pronounce your name? And I was going, Nark Galg. I was saying it like that. And he would do like that. and then I said, well, some are saying Argyle or Nargile. And he goes, that's fine. And I chuckled in meditation. I've never done that before.
But I started talking to this being and asking questions, and we had a little conversation, didn't we?
We sure did.
Yep.
We sure did. He wanted you to keep doing what you were doing. He was impressed with what was happening. And he wanted you to be prepared for visitation. And I believe a week after you ended up with that presence. Yes. When I was I got really, really overwhelmed and hot. I had to relax afterwards because it was just a lot of energy. My entire room was so filled with energy. All the hair was standing up on my arms and my body. And I had confirmation, a lot from everyone. And Spirit Girl said, I saw he was behind you when I was doing that.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Now I'm going to introduce people to another species. And, we were talking earlier on today about negative discrimination. And there are some people who already have formed negative opinions about different alien species without even having met them.
Right.
One of those
Yes.
species is reptilian. Now, I have only ever had positive experiences with reptilians. When we are peaceful and friendly to them, they are peaceful and friendly back to us. They have come to my events to protect us. And this entity here showed up at one of our sessions. Laura, would you like to briefly explain this appearance and this entity?
Yes. He was huge, big guy, but so sweet, polite, was there to help assist. When we were ascending back, we asked, do any beings want to come down with us? And he came right with us, and he looked right at me in the ascension. And I looked over and said, that's a reptilian. And he was like, I'm here. He just kept repeating, I'm here. But very, very nice. I didn't feel frightened at all.
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Yeah. We have a question. Jonathan's asking if any of these beings are the ones that knocked the light cover down. In one of my podcasts, the light fitting that was up here just slammed down behind my head. Just I could feel the wind of it going past my head and crashed to the floor. Big, heavy light fixture. Honestly, I do not know what entity did that. There was a strong energy in the podcast at that moment, and I suspect that was responsible for it, but I do not know which entity. Here's an interesting question. I'm going to see if any of you want to answer that one. Diana asks, do they ever have trouble pronouncing our names?
No,
No.
no.
They're telepathic, right?
Yes.
Right.
They know you before you're even there. They
Right.
know you.
They're answering our questions before Rupert even asks them.
Yeah.
So,
As soon as I think of a question, answers come through even as I'm speaking the question. It's fascinating. And so we had other encounters with reptilians. There are, well, let's pull up one of these images here. Laura, could you describe this one?
This is the second, it's the twin of a reptilian. They're both females.
Here's the first
There's
one.
the sister. And her name now, it's hard to say, is okay, I know it sounds crazy, but if you listen closely, shashasha,
shashasha.
like Sasha.
Shashasha.
Shashasha.
But it's 3 syllables.
It's 3 syllables.
Okay, do you know the name of her twin sister?
I do not yet. No, I do not. No.
Okay.
But the first one during our Galactic Council,
This one?
yes, was giving healing and had a device she was using in that process. And then her twin, that I don't know the name of, that's darker, showed up with Tuk Tuk and was assisting Tuk Tuk in healing in one of our sessions, which amazed me to know that they are from all different parts of our galaxy or even dimensions, and they're all, we can really learn from these beings, their example, how they're working together.
Yes.
You can feel, there it is. That's a device that the shush was using. She would stroke one side, she would stroke the other side, and it was actually healing DNA, altering, enhancing, healing any sickness in the bodies. And she was using that throughout that meeting on several of the members. That is the whole of the device. Now, I went into a deep meditation for this. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. All I know is at one point I almost felt like I was asleep. And then when I came up, I saw it fully and I just started drawing. But it comes apart. It is no bigger than a coffee pot, a regular sized coffee pot put together.
So it's this is wonderful because these beings are interested in healing us, enhancing us, and they use technology in that process. Let's see. We have here an image of Tuk Tuk. This was recently drawn by Laura. Now, am I right in saying that when you drew this was it the day before or soon before? I mean, when you saw this being, you hadn't yet come to a healing session with Tuk Tuk. Is that correct?
I have not been to any sessions with Tuk Tuk, and I went to it was my first spiritual session. It was spiritual healing this day, and it wasn't about contacting any aliens. It was about us learning self-healing, spiritual healing. And during that, I started seeing what I thought was a purple orb, bluish light kind of orb with sparks of lights in it. But then it turned into that. And I didn't really say anything about it. I just thought maybe this was an orb until Rupert, you had mentioned about Tuk Tuk in the healing sessions. So the next day, the very next day, was the healing session with Tuk Tuk. And in that session, the same image, and those smaller ones are her children.
Yes.
And yes, water-like. It was like a water-like being, but she was healing us, and she put herself around my head like this, and was doing like that. And today, I was trying to finish it up because it takes time for me, a lot of time for me to, when I start to draw, it's time. And she kept being very animate about her color. The purple is imperative to her color. Yeah. Amazing stuff.
We know a few different healing beings. Tuk Tuk is the one that we've had the strongest connection with, and I meet up with her whenever I want to. Whenever I have any friend that is in need, I just bring in Tuk Tuk, and she's happy to come in and help us.
Right.
And many people have seen Tuk Tuk, and many people have experienced healing from Tuk Tuk. But we've also got healing from reptilians, from Arcturians. Arcturians is another entity that we've connected with. Brendan, have you ever connected with any of the Arcturians?
I did. I think it was Tuk Tuk that I Shasky. No, it was Shasky that I
Sashki, yeah.
met. Yeah. I think because I was asked what is your name, and I just heard Shasky. Yeah.
It's hard to pronounce that one.
Yeah. Shasky. Yeah.
I'm just quickly uploading an image of our Arcturian friends. Here it is. We know Sashki, Rimitoid, and Helmiad, and they're three Arcturians that we connect with quite often. Now, we are moving rapidly towards the end of this session, but I do just want to ask Laura about this image.
During one of our meditations, a being started going like this towards me with the face, the elongated head, but the front of the face was down, elongated, and my arms were at my side. And as I'm seeing this being approach, it's a female. I don't know the species of the being. But she was greeting me, and she did it in a manner that I do with my children and with my dogs, the way I love them. I'm loving, I love, and then I actually put my hands on their head, put my forehead to their forehead, and I usually look up at them, to see them. They're just absorb them, their love, and that's what she did to me. And in the same time, that's what the squiggly above is, her communicating with me telepathically and giving energy. It was very emotional and moving experience because I could feel her touching me.
Is she the one that gave you or showed you a star mapping device?
No, that being, and I have not drawn that being because I've had all these other drawings. I'm just, it's too much sometimes, but I will be getting to that. But that being looked more humanoid, but had pointy ears.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the device that the being handed me. And this was the day that the standing ovation happened. Mm-hmm. And I was gifted that during the standing ovation. He's very tall being, and when it came, he put the device or like this to me, but did this, what we do in class, whenever we hand a weapon or a pad, anything at all, we always bow in respect and hand it, and the other person receives and bow. And that's what we did. And when I got it, it projects like star systems. And I saw this 3 stars, big stars, and the whole time, Orion's belt, Orion's belt, Orion's belt. And I'm hearing it over and over. And then Rupert says, okay, we're going into the chamber. The device that I had in my hand disappeared, but went up here into my mind.
So Laura now has within her a star chart, spiritual extra dimensional technology, and I'm working with her behind the scenes to try to figure out how to use it.
That's amazing.
We have about 1 minute left.
Oh.
I'm going to ask each of you if you have any final concluding comments before we end this show. Spirit Girl.
I wanted to mention one thing about Tuk Tuk, that everyone that comes in contact with her, what we all express is laughter. She heals with laughter. We all want to giggle, and it's like once she's involved in our healing, the energy level in our classes just rises tremendously, and we love her so much. And thanks, everybody. That's all.
You're welcome. I've put up on the screen my Galactic Wisdom Facebook group. If anybody wants to get involved, then go there, and there will be links to the places where we do these sessions. Brendan, do you have anything you'd like to add before we finish?
I like to say that you definitely feel comfortable and you feel like relaxed and calm and loved when you meet with the entities and everything like that. And as a group, like, yeah, you just feel really comfortable. Like some people think it might be scary seeing different beings and all that, but yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah. And I like to say my thoughts are going out to Andrea too and her family.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yes.
deepest thoughts and love to her family and Andrea too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Much love. Much love.
Mm.
Thank you, Laura, Spirit Girl, and Brendan. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I hope to see some of our audience members joining our Facebook group. If not, then tune into my Galactic Wisdom podcast here at KGRA every Thursday. Peace, love, and happiness to all of you. Take care. Goodbye.
Love and
Much
light.
love.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.